Hello and welcome back to MACS Chats. I'm Remy, one of your podcast officers, and we're continuing our series of meeting the MACS committee. I'm joined with the events crew today, so I'm going to pass over to our director, and she's going to introduce herself and then talk all about events, what their role is, what they do, and then we'll get into a chat all things media. So passing over to you, girl.
Perfect. Thank you, Remy. My name's Caitlin, and I'm the events director. I'm here today with one of my events officers, Isa.
Hey.
And in events, we pretty much run like all the behind the scenes stuff. So like everything leading up to events, even like beforehand, like just planning out all the events for the year, for the semester, and then filing in forms, getting them like submitted and passed and like approved, and then like a lot of like contacting Monsu and other like third parties, any other venues, stuff like that. And then like the food, because we love
all the free food.
Yes, all the free food that we always promise people. We always make sure to get it at the venue. We like to deliver our promises.
Exactly.
So we're like
Good
always
quality food, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And we're always that thing. We're always like last minute, always hella stressed. But all in all,
Gotta keep it real.
Exactly. At the end of events, is like we feel fulfilled. Like we're like,
Yeah.
oh, everyone's like, oh, we have fun. It was a good event. Went to the next one, and we're like, oh my gosh. And
Like,
then
thanks, guys.
another cycle of stress again, but it's worth it. Oh, shit, sorry.
It's okay.
Always.
And you do a mix of like professional based, like
Yes.
networking, and then also fun events, right?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. So we had like stuff like on the networking event where we just invite like professionals, firms, companies from like all areas of the media and comms industry to come over, and a lot of students got to like talk to like
professionals,
yeah,
yeah.
like network and stuff like that, even get internships.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's a
that's
perfect
good.
opportunity. And then like this semester we have like an industry panel where like we invite like professionals back, and we can have like a Q&A session.
I love that. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that.
Yep. We
Uh,
also have an industry panel. No, what is it?
Wait, professional
Professional workshop.
Yeah,
Where we
sorry.
have somebody like a professional
Love.
in a field that comes in and will teach us a certain skill. So we're currently working on that right now.
Well, that is so exciting. So you're
Yeah.
definitely like the behind the scenes warriors of MACS. So before we commence into an actual chat, let's also have an introduction for you. What are you guys studying? Like obviously media communications, but talk about your specialist. So for example, like I'm obviously specializing in journalism. So yeah, over to you guys.
I'm studying obviously media comms, but I'm specializing in public relations,
Love.
which has been really fun. I'm hoping to get into fashion PR so far. It might change, but fashion PR, branding, that kind of stuff, which is really fun. But yeah,
That's so
my
exciting.
qualifications.
Guys, I have a confession to make. I switched my degrees. I had a crash out
Look at
mid-sem. I'm so
Know
sorry.
that.
I had a crash out like mid-sem last sem, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, no. So now I used to do business and media communications, and now it's business and accounting. So I'm a
so
boring
she's
person.
fake. She's actually
I
not even a part of
know.
media comms,
I
guys.
know.
Clock it. No,
I
but that's
shouldn't be
fine.
here.
I feel like uni is all about like experiencing what you want to do. Like it's so hard going out of high school being like, what do I immediately go into?
Yeah.
Like it's so difficult.
And especially it's nice to have this space and this
Yeah,
group as like an
exactly.
outlet outside of your degree as well. Because I was low-key, guys, I've been a LinkedIn warrior lately. I was stalking
I see
Annalise.
you, girl.
Yeah.
I see you.
I was stalking Annalise LinkedIn, who was one of the marketing girlies. She isn't even studying media comms. And I was like, girl, she was doing like, I think finance and something else. I'm not sure. But I was like, okay, period. But like, it's fun because this society group is like very chill, and we do like fun events. That's like, you know, you get to mingle, talk to people. Even the
Yeah.
industry nights, they're also good because it's media comms. Media comms is like important for everything. So I
Yeah.
feel like even if you're not doing the degree, it's so fun to have an outlet like outside of it where you can come together and meet people
I feel
and
like
have fun.
it's so good to meet new people,
Yeah.
especially because like uni, if you're not living on campus, can be quite an isolating experience. So to be able to have a group of like all women now,
Yeah.
but so women in our field,
Yeah.
But no, it's like so good to be able to just like meet like-minded people. Like I feel.
Yeah.
And especially like developing your skills, because
Mhm.
even if you like don't use it, at least you have like events under your belt. You know, you're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I ran events at
And like
Monash,
for
yeah.
resumes, I was
Yeah.
literally the events director of
Like,
MACS.
what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Run an event? I'll run it.
Exactly.
I'll run it.
Exactly.
Like,
She's already a
pop it.
business girly, guys.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
second week back, how are we feeling? How did week 1 go for you guys?
Honestly, I didn't go to my classes.
No, that's so real. That's so real.
Can't lie, but
Mhm.
it's because I'm like, I have a million things going on outside, and I really need the rest, guys.
Yeah.
Prioritize your rest, because
Yeah,
if
let's
you don't
talk about
prioritize your
it.
rest, then you won't succeed in uni.
Mhm.
Okay, like
Thank
it's
Burnout
always,
is real.
burnout is real, and the hustle and the
Yes.
grind, like you get caught up in it. So
Yeah.
when
Well,
you need
it's such
rest,
a
take your rest.
fast-paced environment.
Exactly.
So to be able to like take that rest is like really important, I feel.
Especially in uni, it gets a lot when you're like uni and working, and then like if you're moving out of home, you have all the external pressures going on, and like being a part of a group, you know, you have a lot of things going on. Okay,
Yeah, a lot of
sometimes you need the
commitments.
rest, but otherwise it's fine. Like
Yeah.
it's only week 2. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're in your second year?
Yeah.
Second year
As well.
Are you?
Perfect.
I am.
Surprise! Meet the events.
Get to know more about
second
each
year
other.
Yeah. No, that's so real. So over the break, did you guys watch any shows, any movies? Shout out. Did you go to the cinema or anything? Or just keep it low key?
Yes.
Like, yes?
I
You went?
did. Okay, so a new thing for me was the F1 movie.
Oh,
because
with Brad Pitt.
Yes,
Mhm.
I did,
Good.
but more importantly, Damson Idris.
Oh,
more importantly, him.
period.
It was good, but only because I know nothing about the F1.
F1, yeah.
And I was like, at first I was like, oh my gosh, F1 is so underrated. It's all just a bunch of nepo babies. They're all rich.
Mhm.
You know, they like blow up a bunch of cars and they're
And, like,
$150.
like, action,
100
yeah.
exactly, like $150 million. I'm like, wait, I watched it and I was like, wait, this is
Looking
good.
good, looking good, yeah.
Exactly. And I was like, wait, okay, you might catch me at a Grand Prix. I don't know.
Period.
Ooh.
Go there for the press events, guys.
Yes.
Yup.
Speaking of events, like press events.
Yeah, Grand Prix.
Exactly.
They do so much for their press. I was watching them
Really?
this year. They have like such a massive PR thing going on.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like not that surprising though, just considering the amount of people actually like involved in
Yeah.
something
Which
like
is
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't
which
realize
is
it was
really
so popular until
crazy.
I was like locked in this year, and I was like, whoa,
Like,
it's
Yeah,
like a big thing.
yeah. Well, the F1 movie, like I personally haven't seen it, but it is on my watch list. I watched the trailer and I was like, because I'm not really an action movie girly, but low-key, I feel like I could get behind it.
Oh, really?
I'm not even that much of an action movie girly too, but like I watched it and I was like, wait,
It's kind of
Wait,
good. Like
yeah,
I'm kind of
action
loving
is
it.
so good,
guys.
Yeah.
It
It's so
is.
interesting.
I mean, it's just that sometimes, like, especially in the recent years, like they keep like overplaying the same
same
like
story.
plot,
Yeah,
same
yeah,
story.
that's
So
so
it's like
fair.
no one can like come out with anything new.
No, exactly.
anymore
And
or
they're
something.
remaking so many things as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah, I agree.
Like live actions and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like so difficult because it's just like it's stuff we've already seen, and when you remake a movie, like you already come with a preconceived notion of what the movie's going to be like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean, like I would go watch the F1 movie, and because I don't know anything about cars, it would be a unique experience for me. Whereas I feel like other people, when they're so involved in F1, like,
Yeah.
because I saw
Yeah.
on my TikTok there was so many like backlash to that film,
Mm.
being like it's not portrayed right,
Yeah.
yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So the backlash was real. But
Yeah, I
did you
saw
watch,
that.
yeah, did you watch any movies over the
Um,
break or TV shows, anything like
I
that?
did watch a movie. I don't remember. I watched a Bollywood movie, Sayada, which
Ooh.
just came out. That was really good.
Yeah,
It was
what's it
actually really
about?
emotional. It's
Or-
like I don't even know. I don't. Okay, it's about this couple. It's about this guy. He's like starting his music career. Blah blah blah. The first half, guys, if you watch Bollywood movies, you know they go for like 3 hours, and then there's an intermission. The first half
Oh.
before the intermission literally killed my spirit. I was so bored.
Yeah, really.
So bored, so bored. And I like didn't like the characters, and they were very
Mhm.
unlikable. But it was basically like he's like this misunderstood character. He has
Ooh,
anger issues, that kind of thing.
misunderstood.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Oh,
And he's
man.
like he's trying to get a
Hurting
music
guy.
career. He meets this girl, and they're songwriting, collaborating
Oh,
together.
so is it rom com or is it just
no,
like no?
it's sad. It's kind of like Loki the Notebook, but if the Notebook was
Oh,
extended,
extended.
like it was like
Okay.
longer.
Who
And
dies?
yeah, no.
No, like I
No.
literally might have to watch
And then
this.
one of the girls, so they like fall in love. They're so like happy, blah blah. And then she finds out she has Alzheimer's. And then oh my
No.
god, it gets yeah,
No.
and it gets so sad, guys. The second half is so sad. I was literally sobbing,
Sobbing. Oh
and my
my
boyfriend, he
God.
like touched my face and he could feel my
The
tears, and I was like,
tears.
stop,
Stop, like get off.
No, because like what's with Asian movies and Alzheimer's, cancer,
I
like
don't
dying?
know. And
Like,
it's always extreme and it's sad, and it goes
Yeah,
for
and
so
it's just
long.
like guys, like like, literally, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Like, I don't want to sit
literally.
here and cry my eyes out.
I know. What happened to good old rom-coms,
Rom-coms,
guys? Like,
yeah,
those are also
yeah.
okay. Guys, also, I was tuned in with Love Island USA. I don't know if
Okay,
anyone watched that.
mhm.
Did anyone watch that here?
I haven't, but I've watched so many things like on my TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
what is it? I'm never said I
I
was
was
perfect.
Yeah, that was goated.
So you watched did you watch the entire thing, or were you like tuned
up to
in?
like the end, like episode 28. But
Because it's pretty long. Like,
guys, it's so long. I literally I was tuned in every night. And then I got really busy and then I stopped watching the last half.
Yeah,
But
it's
TikTok
hard.
gave me everything. But Loki, I can't lie, a lot of the people in there were really irritating me. I actually
Really?
had to take a step back. I was like, I'm getting too irritated. And I feel like
yeah,
TikTok didn't
Well, because it's
help
all
as
Gen
well.
Z as well. Because like
Yeah.
of it, like in past generations of Love Island, they've all been a little bit older.
Yeah.
Whereas now they're using Gen Z language, and I'm like, why could I literally go on Love Island right now?
You
Like,
could.
what?
No,
on
I know.
earth?
Why is everyone 22, 21? I'm
Yeah,
like, girl,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
my age. Okay.
I'm like, no, but
Yeah.
like audition.
I'm good. I'm good. No, 'cause,
She's not looking for love. She's
Yeah.
not looking for love.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. But like everyone was so low-key like controversial. And I feel like because TikTok, like there was so many people watching and so everyone was doing like character analysis. But the thing is, guys, these aren't characters, they're actually
They're
people.
real
And so
humans.
like the analysis were like overwhelming me and I was getting so drained from hearing all these
Yeah.
psychological terms and I'm like, but they're literally just people going on a
It's
reality
also,
TV show.
yeah,
Do you know
it's
what
a
I mean?
reality
Like,
TV show. Like at the end of the day, like the stuff that they're saying, is it real? Like,
Yeah,
has it been
exactly.
modified? Like, you don't know.
It
So I feel
has,
like
and I feel like
Scripted,
people
people are going
forget.
so deep into it.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
it's
just
like, guys, you're only seeing an hour. And I keep saying this, and I'm like, guys, like, realistically, you're only seeing, like, clipped moments.
Yeah,
You don't see how much of the
exactly.
conversations are missing. Like,
yeah, you
and
don't
I
get
feel
that
like-
context clues. You're only getting
Yeah.
exactly what the producers want you to hear.
yeah, and then
Exactly.
everyone kind of just takes it online and then runs with it. And I'm like, guys, but there's
Yeah.
so much more.
There's
like so
it's
many
a
more
broad-
conversations. Like,
yeah.
how many conversations do you have a day that you don't even remember? That,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
that
And it's
aren't
like,
getting shown.
yeah, and that
Yeah.
stuff is like they'll continue the conversations that aren't shown, and they'll continue talking about them. But it's just like we're missing all of that.
Exactly.
So-
That's why watching it on TikTok got me really frustrated. I feel like now if I keep watching reality TV, I need to like distance myself
Is
from
that from
TikTok.
it? Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
people
Maybe
get
touch
so
grass.
go go outside and touch some grass.
No, like,
girl.
touch some,
like,
it's actually reality TV, guys. It's actually not that deep. Like,
no,
we're
it's
just
not
watching
that
for
deep.
lols,
It's
for
not that
fun.
deep. I don't know if you guys watch it, but speaking of like low-key reality TV show, I just recently watched the new season of Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders.
Oh, I see TikToks of those.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what
I
that
watched like
is.
the first season,
Yeah.
a few episodes, and then I was like, oh dang, like how do they have full-time jobs?
Yeah,
And they're like cheerleaders, and
Do
they're gonna
they?
Yeah, so like
Oh.
the
It's like a
Dallas,
side gig.
yeah, it's like a side gig because I mean this year because they got so much traction from Netflix and everything,
Yeah.
they've like now been paid a lot. But like in the first season, they literally said that they get paid like the same as like a full-time Chick-fil-A worker, and like these girls in the season, like they have to go to
What?
every single game, like they have to practice. Not to mention the expenses for like hair, makeup, like fake tan, everything. So it's like kind of crazy, and you get to like watch the lives of these cheerleaders as they just like evolve throughout the season. So Loki, like I was tuned in. I recently got COVID, and all I did was just I know. I'm like, who's getting COVID nowadays?
Yeah, I know.
I'm like literally, I was embarrassed. Like I took the test and I was like,
I gotta
guys.
hide at home.
I was like,
You're like, okay,
I know.
let
I
me
was like, oh my-
self-isolate for real.
yeah. Well, it's ridiculous because like even though you can technically go outside, I was like, I don't want to get anyone sick.
Yeah.
So I literally rotted. All I did was watch Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Sometimes you need that
So-
You
though.
should,
Sometimes you
yeah.
need a good like.
feel like it was kind of
Sometimes when
them.
I get too busy, I'm like, oh my god, I really hope I get sick so I can just
Yeah.
like, stay at
that
home and
is
do
so
nothing.
real,
That's so
yeah.
real.
Like, I'm
Just to
like,
clear
I
my
can't be bothered.
schedule.
Yeah, and like I
Yeah.
have an excuse to just stay home and do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sick.
Yeah,
like I can't come out.
oh my god, like I just have to
Whoops.
watch my show and take
Yeah.
some medicine.
Yeah.
Like,
Sue me.
Life really sucks right now.
Yeah,
I know, it's
exactly.
so hard.
Well, speaking of TV shows, did we watch any new TV shows? Any old ones that you return back to? I feel like it's always good to not, like return to one that is like yours. Anything like that over the break,
Ooh,
or
yeah.
throw out any
mine's-
recs, anything like that.
Mine's always Abbott Elementary
Oh,
and Dairy
that's so
Girls.
good.
Dairy Girls finished,
Oh
but
my
I
God,
always
it's
go back
so
to it. It's
good.
so like
The ending.
yeah. Honestly, I think like one of the best endings for like a comedy ever.
Mm.
Not that I've ever really watched the endings of comedies. I don't know
Yeah.
why. They just make me sad. But
Yeah, well,
Dairy-
because it's so light, and then when it
Yeah.
comes to closure, it's quite a lot.
Exactly, and I'm like, nah, like I'll just like in my head they're not over, like
Yeah.
like they just keep going on, and I just keep rewatching like past episodes, and like it's forever, it never
Yeah,
ends.
it never ends.
Yeah,
it
it
never
ends.
ends.
It's a bit of like a parasocial kind
Yeah.
of like
Well, Dairy Girls is really good for that because the episodes are only like 20, 30 minutes. because sometimes when they're like 40
Yeah,
40
I
to an
can't.
hour, it's like that's borderline movie. Like
Yeah.
I watched
That's
some
like
episodes.
you're like locked in. Like
yeah,
it's not something you can just
exactly.
like carelessly watch
Yeah.
through. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you have to be involved.
You have to
Exactly.
really be
Yeah.
involved. And like Dairy Girls as well, I feel like I can go on my phone while I'm watching it and
Yes.
it's like, you know, kind of background noise as
Yeah.
well. Whereas like some other shows, I'm like, you're going on for so long that I have to lock in because I'm missing details, which is
And I have to
Yeah.
like rewind back, and it's like, oh, there's like an extra like plot line where I have to be like, oh shit, like if I miss this, then like, oh, then I won't know what goes
Yeah,
on
what
in the
goes
next
on.
episode.
Yeah.
I know.
Especially if they're like 8 to 10 episodes, that means like every minute counts. Like
Counts,
every
yeah, yeah.
detail is important. So you have to like, that's like one of those things where you sit in bed and you binge watch.
Binge
Like,
watch
do you know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Whereas
like,
like,
yeah.
like Dairy Girls and stuff like that, you can just have it on and be like,
It's
and then
so
like
chill,
go
it's
on
so
like cleaning your
chill.
room
Yeah,
or something,
exactly.
you know?
Whereas like I don't know if you guys watched it, but I recently watched Adolescence.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've
That
heard
was
about
Yeah,
crazy.
so that
That
was
was
crazy, but that
crazy.
was one that like you had to
Yeah.
lock in. I mean, it was so good that I did lock in and I was like,
yeah.
gonna watch it start to finish. But like
Literally.
you could not put that on as background noise.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh,
was
Also
yeah.
so
because
good.
they didn't have any like cuts.
Cuts.
Like they
Yeah.
filmed it all in one shot, and that was like,
Really?
yeah, like it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
one
Damn,
like
guys.
continuing shot, and like that's why you wouldn't like I couldn't even breathe in like some of like
I
the
know.
scenes.
Well, it was
I'm
so
like,
intense.
yeah.
So,
my God.
are you familiar with it?
I heard about
Mhm.
it, but I didn't watch it. I
Yeah.
was meaning to, and then I think
Yeah, well, because
I
it
don't know.
follows the story of this like young boy who ends up getting involved in like this crime, and it's basically the investigation. But like every episode, you can kind of pick up on like perspectives of different
Yeah.
people. Like the last episode is kind of in the perspective of like the dad.
Yeah,
So sad.
that was really
So
like
sad.
I could empathize with him.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, it was just I was like if I was a parent, like that would scare me. Like
was so
everything I
scary.
do because it was like the dad's like dilemma was like he thought he was a
He
good
was
parent.
yeah,
he
and
thought he was
like,
changing.
responsible for it.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
his dad was abusive and
Mm.
whatnot, and so he thought he was changing
He's
for
a
the better.
cycle.
But turns out his like masculinity, no spoilers, but like
Yeah, no spoilers. I know it's so
it was
hard to
really
talk about
fragile
something
and
without
like
spoilers.
yeah.
Yeah, which was kind of
Gosh.
crazy. But honestly, I loved it. Like it was literally so good. And like I watched it with my boyfriend, and like the final episode, I literally turned over. He's like crying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
because like the
God.
end, I was like, no spoilers, but there is a scene where the dad kind of like breaks down,
Yeah.
and like for such a like a character that you don't really see a lot of emotion other than anger.
Yeah.
It was quite like confronting, and like it did start an online movement where people were like going to talk to their sons more, especially because it's an English show. And like a lot of people took it online and were like, we need to speak to like our sons about it, because like it's so confronting, and I think it's really important to be able to have TV shows that like do have an impact like that. But otherwise, I recently I'm watching like every single other person, The Summertime Pretty.
Yeah.
So moving away from like
The serious
serious
stuff.
stuff.
Summertime Pretty.
Let's get to the unserious
Let's get to the
stuff.
unserious. No, because I personally hate the fact that they're coming out weekly.
I
like,
love it.
do you?
I do.
Do you?
I
Same.
feel like I love
What?
like bring back weekly releases,
Yeah.
guys.
Really?
It's something like
Yeah.
I love. I think it's like the community aspect as well, because we're
Yeah.
all
All
anticipating,
talking
and
about
after
it.
like one, because we're all in the same page. Do you know what I mean? If
Mhm.
they all came out with the episodes, like I think Ginny and Georgia came out with all the episodes at once, right?
Yeah.
So like everyone had watched it, and then they talked about it, and then that was it. And then
Mhm.
whoever didn't watch it, they weren't really caught up in the conversation. Whereas like if it's dropped weekly, like you can stay
Everyone's
involved,
talking
and
about it.
everyone's talking about each episode,
Mhm.
dissecting it. Then you go to the next episode, bang, you have more. I feel like it really brings people
Feels
together.
together, yeah.
I love it.
Like the online community is so good, but I also feel like because it's based off of a book,
Mm.
the online
Right.
community is kind of divided, because it's
Yeah.
like, like it's the book fans, and then it's like just the people that watch the TV. Because
Yeah.
I know like I haven't read the books or anything,
Mm.
but I keep getting TikToks that it's like, oh, like the book said this, like when's this
Yeah.
gonna
Oh my
happen?
God, guys. The thing about reading book to movie adaptations, they are literally the worst, okay?
Yeah.
Don't do it to yourself. I've actually like stopped because I would like
Yeah.
read. I'm a reader, okay? I've read so much, and now
Drop
that
a
they
book
bring
rec.
out,
What are you reading right now?
I have too much. I'm reading
Too
Reckless.
much?
I'm reading Reckless, which is the third
Mhm.
book in the Power List series, which is like something that I started literally 2 years ago. But actually, I'm not going to promote her because she's actually not a good person. So,
Oh.
but I really like her books. But
So forget that.
no,
Yeah.
not platforming
we
her.
didn't say anything. We didn't say anything.
anyways, but too many book racks. But when you read it, because you're like, when you read, right, this is, okay, it depends on the person, but you're really like, because you're reading each word, you're really aware of what's going on and you're like really immersed. When you watch the TV shows, they can only do so much with the time, with the conversation, and with like the time frame that they've given. And they miss out on so much, and they condense so much to make it work. And that's why you'll never actually, not never. There are some shows and like movies that have done a good job, but it's very hard to get it right and
Yeah.
get it the exact same thing. And then another thing is I think producers try to make it a little bit different so it's engaging
'cause it's
for
their own
everybody as well.
piece, yeah.
Exactly. So it's not always going to be the same. And that's why when you read it and then watch it, and you're going to be disappointed because you're like, where's this? And I remember like, because I read Divergent. I watched Divergent, read it, and then watched it
Yeah.
again.
That's a
and
good
there was so
film.
much.
That's a
It's such a
really
good film. But there are so many plot gaps compared to the book. So
Really?
many, like so many.
Wow.
And for me, that was so frustrating because I was like, there are so many, good, parts. And now it feels like in that relationship that Tris and Four had, like, you're like, what is the relationship based off of? But if you were just watching the film, you'd be like, oh my God, they're so in love. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Well, I
yeah.
feel like because of the time limit, like that's a big thing as well. But also the reading community is so passionate about their works as well.
yeah.
So when like the book adaptations be turned into movies, like a lot of
they
people
get
have a lot. They get
angry.
angry.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the girls are fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's why I've learned to like disassociate like the books and the movies, but also because like half of the time I can't remember like what happens in either.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I don't know, like Harry Potter and stuff like that. Like I literally when I read, I think I watched the movies 1st, and then I was like, okay, it's so good. Like
No,
it's
I
their
love
own like
it,
world.
yeah.
And then I read the books, and I did not think of the movies at all. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like
no,
in the
but,
book, I was just like, okay, like this
like
is
I'm
their
being
own world.
immersed in this.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
so
like take this on.
exactly. So like for me, like I used to be like really nitpicky. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this wasn't in the movie, and it was like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but now I'm like, okay, you know what, like.
I'll just take
Yeah.
it in
Yeah.
stride. I feel like that's the same with the Hunger Games because like these like authors are packing so much into it
Yeah.
that it's like it's inevitable. Like you're not
Yeah.
going to be able to achieve that in like what an
Exactly.
hour, like 2 hour
Exactly,
time.
Yeah.
Also, just because it takes so much longer to read a book. but-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's so much detail in a book compared to a show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
literally.
It's just like so. I feel like you said, you kind of almost have to distance the two
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
so hard because it almost like they are the same storyline, but it's almost incomparable because
Yeah.
it's just so like
100%.
different.
That's why I feel like when you watch like the shows, you gotta like keep it like, you know, this is the show and this is the book. That's why like the discourse online, it's like, okay, but this isn't the book. So like
Yeah, and
we
it's
gotta just
Yeah.
take
not
it
that
on
serious.
for what it is.
And also, when returning back to the Summertime Pretty,
Yeah.
didn't they literally say that they were taking stuff out of the book
Yeah.
I
and they
think
were like
so.
making it its own thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's so much discourse online, but they've
Exactly.
already said that.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
But,
sorry,
yeah,
and how
no.
like the ending like might even be different. That's why people
Yeah.
are
Oh
like,
my God,
oh
that's
my
why
gosh.
we're stressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Stressed.
No, literally.
Okay.
Thinking.
Like the 3rd season, I'm like, okay, it's so bad. Like even in the
Yeah.
book, I hated
It's
it.
so
I was like,
cringe.
none of these people know how to talk to each other.
Oh my God,
Like,
literally.
yeah, I'm like, and honestly, like people are like, oh, there's like Conrad deserve Belly. I'm like, does Belly deserve any of them?
Yeah,
like,
like
be
Belly,
for real.
especially this season. I'm like, Belly girl, stand up.
Stand
Like,
up.
what the hell?
What do you mean? You're 21 and you want to get married? Okay, guys, like
Yeah.
she can get married to
Spread the agenda.
Jeremiah. Do whatever you want. Girl, you're 21. You haven't even graduated university.
Girl, the ring. Let's
What-
talk about the
the
ring.
The TV ring? Where's the ring?
Girl, I don't
Why?
think I don't think
Guys, I got spoilers to that episode. I hadn't watched it yet, and I saw a picture of just her hand like this, and I was like, "What is she
What is
doing?"
she doing?
I'm not even kidding. I was like, "What am I looking at?" I was like, "Is she engaged?" And then I had to go to the comments, and the comments were like, "That ring," and I was like,
Ring.
Girl,
What
what
ring?
ring? What
What
ring? Like
ring?
I'm
"Oh
squinting
my
at
God,
my
like,
phone
what
trying to
ring?"
find it.
Like genuinely.
No,
You know
because
what
of
else?
shit.
Like, wait, what am I? Oh, when she was like, "Oh, I don't want to go to Paris anymore because they're gonna get married, and she doesn't want to leave straight away." Are
I'm
you
like,
okay?
girl, like it's
Yeah.
Paris.
If I was Laurel,
I'd be like,
I'd be pissed.
No,
yeah, I'd be
literally.
clocking
Yeah,
her.
I'd crash out
Yeah.
as well.
Like, keep
Yeah,
her at
like,
home,
yeah,
house
like-
arrest, and like you don't get
Yeah.
to get married. You can go to Paris, but you don't get to get married.
Exactly,
Also,
exactly.
guys, how is she gonna go if she does get back with Conrad? How is she gonna go from being in a relationship with Jeremiah for 4 or 5 years, engaged to his
Yeah.
brother, and then going to be
Yeah.
with Conrad? Do you know what I mean? Like
I
that's
know.
It's just
Yeah,
odd.
it's
It's
so
actually so weird. Yeah.
Like-
Well, even when they like have their spoilers,
Oh.
but if they have they have a fight, and in the fight she's like, "I've only other been with one person." I'm like, "Girl, his
I know,
brother."
like, yeah,
Like,
his
I
brother.
mean, like that's a low blow. Like that's below the belt. Like
It's so weird. Like there
Yeah.
are more people in life than
Yeah,
these two
there are
boys.
more-
Like oh
yeah.
my gosh,
there are more fish in the sea.
what's
Like-
the Cameron? Like he was
Oh,
perfect.
he was so
perfect.
cute.
He's in the new. That actor is in the new Jurassic
Jurassic,
Park.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
He got sick of her, and he was like,
He said,
I'm
"I'm gonna go on an
dinosaurs."
adventure.
Yeah.
Like, let's go find some
He
dinosaurs."
was like, "Let me go touch grass for
Let me
real."
go
Like,
touch-
Yeah,
touch
he said,
grass.
"Let me go
Way
back,
back.
to the
Yeah.
prehistoric age." He was like, Bally's too much.
Yeah,
have
I
to go."
can't. You guys can have her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually so bad.
No, I can't. But I love it. It's like it's a
It's
good
my
thing
guilty
to
pleasure,
watch when
yeah.
you like need something stupid to watch. Do you know what I mean? Something
Yes.
that doesn't take thought.
Yeah,
just,
well,
like-
especially like coming back to uni, like you have so much like work, even though it's week 2, like you still have to consume like a lot of content, do pre-work,
Oh,
post-work, it
guys.
all. So it's kind of nice to be able to like watch something and consume something that's not going to take up so much.
Yeah.
Whereas like if adolescents, we were like talking about that
Yeah.
before, but if it came out like now, I would be like,
Oh, girl, no.
yeah, especially because like I wouldn't be able to deal with
Exactly,
that. Yeah, so
yeah.
it's kind of nice. Well, I guess I want to get to know you guys a little bit more because obviously this is a meeting the event. So I'm really interested in what type of music you guys listen to. Any artists or anything like that?
I have a lot.
Okay,
Yeah,
very,
I have
very.
a lot
Same.
of
You go
content,
first.
guys.
Yeah,
You run
yeah,
down
yeah.
your list.
That'll be a long list. I listen to a lot of like Afrobeats, R&B,
Mm.
Amapiano, which is like guys, I listen to a lot. So but I think I'm like a slow music girly. So like
Okay,
a lot
yeah.
of Sabrina Claudio I listen to.
Mm.
Who else? Daniel Caesar.
Oh,
I love Daniel
yeah.
Caesar. I love Party Next Door. I don't know. Love Party Next Door. Like
Love
all of that kind of
it.
music. Really good stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I love some chill vibes. Or
I
even,
love
like,
that. Well, because like I asked this also to the marketing girlies, and it was just such a broad like everyone, and I feel like it's so interesting to see because you get a lot from a person by what
Yeah.
music they listen to.
Yeah.
So what about
I'm a
you?
scattered person. I go like on a song basis.
Yeah,
Like I
real,
don't have
real,
like
real.
an album or whatever. Like I just like songs,
Songs,
individually,
yeah.
which is kind of
God.
bad. Okay,
Yeah.
but I loved Lord for a long time.
Did you get tickets?
I did not
Is
because
she coming?
She's
She
coming.
is.
She's coming in Feb.
because
I got tickets.
you got
Yes.
No, because the last time I went to her, this was like what 2023, something like that.
mhm.
Like I literally got tickets like a few months before she came,
Yeah.
and they were $100. And then now,
So chill.
like I lined up. I woke up, lined up in the whatever.
Yeah,
ticket
yeah,
queue,
the
and
ticket
it was like
queue.
30,000 people.
Yeah, it
and
was
then two of my
insane.
other
It was
friends did it too.
actually
Yeah.
a
Guys, I can't do
battle.
ticket tech.
I
lines
can't.
anymore.
No.
It's so
I can't.
irritating. It's like a bunch
It's
of
so
bots.
bad.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
people are just like, and they're gone within 3 minutes. Do you know
Yeah,
how many tickets I've
exactly.
lined up for? And the tickets are gone, within the first like 3 minutes.
Exactly.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
And what are you doing? And it's so competitive.
And it's so expensive.
Expensive.
Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean $300 for GA?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you
I'm
gonna
like-
come meet me
yeah,
after
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Meet and greets, guys, used to include the show and the meet and greet
Yeah.
for $300. And now
Oh,
I'm
Now
just
it's
standing there.
3,000.
And people are pushing me. Like,
Yeah. I also feel like a lot like recently it's also artists that were kind of underground and now they're so
Yes.
big. Like I went to
Yes.
see Gracie Abrams
Yeah.
like
Yes,
in
yeah.
May
Yeah.
and like tickets like I was in C Reserve, like the back of the back. And even that was like $100. And I was talking to my friend who went to see Gracie when she came the like last year.
I was
Yeah.
supposed to
Yeah,
go.
and she was like,
yeah.
I paid $100 and I was in pit. I'm like,
Yeah.
she has grown so much as an artist. Like we're paying the same price,
my
but I'm like,
gosh.
Girl, I
But-
paid
That would
80
irritate
for Pit, but I didn't
Oh
even
my
go because I was in
God.
a different country, and I was like, I had to resell it for
yeah.
70
So
bucks.
bad. Do you
Yeah,
know what I
oh.
was thinking about with
well,
this?
she made some money back there.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
Mhm.
Sabrina Carpenter because when she came for
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, it was like she was opener,
Yeah.
and me and my friends were so excited to see
Mhm,
her because
mhm.
we like watched her on Disney Channel and she had such
Yeah.
good music. And then she was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm gonna come back to Australia." And then apparently her career decided to peak. Now she's gonna
Yeah.
come back, sell out like 3 stadium nights, and her
yes,
tickets are gonna be
insane.
so,
So
ridiculously
expensive.
expensive.
And it's really hard for like hardcore fans. Like
yeah,
going back to Gracie, like I was literally sat next to someone who knew every single word, like fully singing it. And it's like whether or not it was a choice to sit in C Reserve, but like you kind of have to feel bad.
Yeah.
But speaking of Sabrina,
Yeah.
how do you think like the man-child cover? Did you guys see that drama?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I tried not to engage with it too
Yeah,
much, to
fair
be
enough.
honest.
Well, I feel like there's so much online discourse that it's like it's really scary and intimidating
guys,
to have to like.
everything is discourse nowadays, and I low-key can't. Like, I think I actually get depressed. Like,
No,
and it's
Yeah, it's
discourse
so
about
intense.
everything. Like,
Yeah.
everything that's fun is like also discourse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like you
And,
can't
like-
just take it at face value and be like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Cute.
But
Every single
also,
thing
yeah.
has to be delving into,
Analyze,
unpicked.
unpack, psycho-assess. Like, do you know what I mean? But I do
Like, let's
agree the
just
Sabrina
calm
Carpenter thing was a
down.
bit weird.
Yeah, the
That was
whole like
definitely
hair
weird.
pulling. I
Yeah.
also think like Sabrina as a whole is very satirical. Like I
Yeah.
think it was supposed to be satirical, but when it comes out at that time, because it came out right after like Sydney Sweeney's bathwater thing,
Yeah,
like
that's
bad
true.
timing.
bad
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah.
And I feel like if the online community wasn't already hyper analyzing every like female at that time, I think they would like a few people would have commented on it, but it wouldn't have gained the attraction.
So much.
Yeah, like that
I
it
think
did.
like at the end of the day, she's very, very popular, and people who kind of understand her humor. I don't know if that is humor though, like, but I don't think it's as serious.
Yeah, like it's never
as-
been that deep.
I mean, like,
it's
no one's.
pop music.
Yeah.
It's literally
Yeah.
pop music. Like let the pop princesses live.
Yeah,
Let them
I feel
live
like
their life.
all of her stuff still kind of. I don't know. I'm a bit controversial. I don't know
Yeah.
because I haven't gone into any of the
Yeah.
analysis. I just kind of looked at it and I was like, yeah, like that's
I love
weird.
it,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Sometimes you just look at things, you're like, oh, that's weird, and then you just go on with your life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
don't really engage with stuff.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah.
looking at it and I was like, oh, that's weird. But like she could have done worse. Like I don't think I wouldn't say it was degrading. And I think like because I did a sex and like a gender class on media
Mhm.
and things that work up onto that. And I think like it does show submission, but the man wasn't there either. I think like
yeah.
you can either pose yourself as being submissive or dominant, but it can be in the same position. And I think the way that Sabrina was, you can either take it as she's being pulled or she's like taking control of her own
Control,
sexuality.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And she's finding empowerment. But I guess it just comes from your perspective and like
Yeah.
what you think
Yeah.
is
And that
empowering
goes for
women.
everything, like
Yeah.
a perspective on like anything and everything. Whereas
Yeah.
like some people are, like you're not gonna please every single person every time
Yeah.
you put something out.
Exactly.
And like some people really like some people get really passionate about anything. Like people just like to argue for the sake of arguing, and
No,
especially
that
like
really isn't.
in a media format,
Mm.
everything is analyzed.
Yeah,
You know?
and like art and media
Yeah.
is meant to be subjective.
Yeah.
Like it's meant
Yeah.
to, for you to have your opinion on it. Like you don't just because you have an opinion doesn't mean you have to like force it on someone
Oh,
else. And, like,
exactly.
And I,
I don't
think
know,
when
like-
sexuality comes in as well, it gets more complicated because people will have like set norms, like, oh yes, this is like women empowerment in terms of sexuality, and then there's sometimes that will be like, oh my god, you're like sexualizing yourself, so it's bad. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
really win in terms of media and who's watching because everyone has different standards,
Yeah.
so it's always gonna land different with different audiences.
Yeah,
That's why
and
I
it's
find
just
it,
like you're never gonna please everyone, and I feel like a
Exactly.
lot of people just need to recognize that. Especially,
Yeah.
I feel like the online communities also need to recognize that as well, though.
I feel like they do, but then
You
I feel like
reckon?
there's just like some bots in there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm honestly like there are people who are like die hard, like
They will
like they're
fight.
like supporters and stuff. Especially
Yeah.
like going back to Love Island, like there's like full on feuds, like people protecting these people as if they're like they know
They're
these people
sisters, like,
one
they're
on
locked
one,
in.
and I'm like, guys, it's never that serious. And I feel like
Yeah.
we've actually like lost the plot
Lost
now.
the
Like
plot. Yeah.
everything is controversial, everything is analyzed. I'm tired. If I want to
I'm
watch some Love
tired.
Island, if I want to watch them kiss 8 people, like does it have to be manipulation? Like
Yeah.
and one of the guys on there, his name's Ace, guys. I'm an Ace supporter, okay?
Mhm.
He was so funny. He really put in the effort in Love Island. If you guys watched that season, it was actually really fun. I think he carried. Then a lot of people came out saying he was like a gaslighter, a male manipulator. He was like a ringleader. I was like, guys, he's literally just a man with an opinion. Like, God forbid. Like,
God
from my
forbid, a
perspective,
man
what
has
I
an
understood.
opinion, yeah.
Right? And I was like, "Ugh, this is so boring. Like, this sucks now. Everyone's hating on this show, but it's like not everything has to be that deep. And like, they were coming up with all these like psychological assessments of the type of person he is and like why he's like this and who's like this and how it's perpetuated in this way. I'm like, guys, it's literally Love Island. Like you can have things without psychoanalyzing people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
like it's
you
gonna
can
be
just
okay.
exist.
Like it's just let people breathe for a
Yeah.
second.
Like I get drained. I'm like, oh my god. What if
Imagine
people
how
start
they feel as
psychoanal-
well.
One day somebody's gonna pull this up and be like, she's a narcissist.
She's a narcissist. They're gonna pull up this exact podcast,
Exact podcast,
and they're gonna be like,
oh my
"Look,
god, she's
it is."
cancelled.
Wait, wasn't there like that's the only thing I know from the recent season of Love Island is like how there was like one contestant and like she had like she said like a really derogatory word that's from like 6 months ago and they pulled it up and then she like
It's
made a
scary.
story ass video
Guys,
about
can
it.
I say something?
Yeah,
about that?
clock it.
It was so frustrating. I've gone down some rabbit holes in this discourse, right?
Yeah.
And there are like people, the girls on this island that were like contestants who were hanging out with this girl after coming forward and like saying these things about. It was like an Asian slur, right? So
Okay.
yeah, so it was an Asian slur that she said, but she said it in the correct context. So she was like,
Oh.
I'm getting like, I don't know if it was filler or surgery or something about her eyes because she doesn't want it to look
Oh,
Asian.
okay.
And I was like, what a strange thing to say. And then there's people commenting that are defending her and they're like, oh, well, she didn't know and she apologized. And I'm like, no offense, but like, everyone takes the N-word seriously, as they should, like no exceptions. But I feel like when it comes to like Asian hate and other hate, like people don't take it as seriously. They're just like, oh, it's a learning experience for us. Well, but like if you're using it in the same context, and also her saying that she's getting surgery so she doesn't look Asian is just weird. Like, what is wrong with Asian features? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just putting out this narrative where it's like there's something wrong with Asian eyes. Like, there's nothing wrong with Asian eyes. And then there's contestants who are also like women of color who are hanging out with this girl, and it's like, well, if she had said something about your features, you would never be seen with her again. But it's like people aren't taking Asian hate as seriously, and that's what really frustrates me. Obviously, being like an Asian girl, like I'm South Asian, like it's so frustrating when. Sorry, this is this is a deep conversation, but it's been like irritating me.
Yeah, so say it.
Like, guys, it's so frustrating having to like constantly fight, and like there's so many Asian women who are like really putting it forward, being like, no, it's not okay, and like it's not their place to forgive her for this thing, and like obviously death threats and things like that aren't okay, and that's what she was receiving, a lot of hate, and she doesn't deserve any of that. Nobody deserves that, okay? If you didn't know, you didn't know, but at the same time, have some respect, and I don't think like Asian hate is taken as seriously as it should be, because Asians are so discriminated against. It's so normalized. Like Indian hate is so normalized as well, and then people can just like, and then it's frustrating to see that like other POC who go and support these people, but it's like if it was directed to you, it wouldn't even be a conversation. Like you would dead off. And there was a girl who got kicked off the island one day into the season because she got pulled out for saying the N-word. She got kicked off. Nobody spoke to her. From none of the contestants have contacted her, and it's like, okay, this one girl who said the
it's a standard. It has
slur.
to be for everyone.
Exactly. And the one girl who like they had a longer time with her, but I'm like, but it's the same principle. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. It's still a slur. It's still derogatory. And she said it in a way that's like, oh, you shouldn't. Yeah, there's something wrong with Asian eyes. Like what?
Yeah.
Weird.
No, it is weird. And I feel like the standard needs to be addressed. And if people are pulling it up on the media, like you can clearly tell like something is wrong.
Yeah, it's a massive thing. And it's like, when will Asian hate be taken seriously? That's the question, guys. Because even when there was this whole thing about like girl, like
the size is it all, the size.
Can I also just quickly can I just bring another thing up? Sorry, political podcast all of a sudden. But when people started wearing the dupatta, which is the scarf around like the Scandinavian scarf, and it blew up, right? And I personally got really irritated about this. Obviously, being Indian, like it's very frustrating. And then there were people in the comments being like, but it's just a scarf. But it's not, guys. And when will we stop like dimming things down to be like, it's just this, it's just that? Because everything has cultural and contextual stuff behind it. And it's not just a scarf. And you know what? No one is saying you can't wear a scarf with your dress, guys. But at least appreciate its origins. When you're saying, oh, it's European, that's so Scandinavian, you're literally erasing billion years of culture. And like now people are just saying, oh, it's just a scarf, really cute scarf. It's not a scarf, it's a dupatta.
And
when you
let's
wear
speak about it. Yeah,
exactly. And then when people were just like dismissing it as if it was something that's like, oh, well, it's just a scarf. It's just not. And it comes to like everything with Asian culture. Like, why is Chinese medicine so westernized as well? Yep. Why is that being practiced by white people? Not that you can't, but where is the acknowledgement? I know it says Chinese medicine, but no offense, I need to see more Asian people in their own respective fields, okay? Get into the herbal aspect, okay? And Indians.
Get into the herbal.
Yeah. My God. No. Sorry. I really I get really irritated about this stuff because I see it so much online, and it's literally all around us in pop culture. And I'm just like,
every media outlet is always going to be political, and I think you need people that are going to speak up about it. And I think like it's really important to be able to like hear the perspective of others, because not everyone is going to agree, and I feel like that in itself is really powerful to have platforms where you can speak about it and advocate, which I think is really, really important.
Well, thanks for giving me that platform, guys.
Yeah, this MACS Chats, this is the platform.
This is the platform.
Yeah.
Eyes a takeover, guys.
So tune in next episode. It's literally just
and it's gonna be me talking about political stuff. Girl.
And then you're gonna get like hate and like death threats, and you're gonna be like, we're gonna come for you.
And then
death threats on the MACS Chat is criminal.
Apparently they were saying sending ice to that girl's house who ice in America.
Yeah.
Girl, what the hell?
That was too far.
That was dragged.
That was too far.
Are you okay?
The media
Do you know about the political and
scary.
economic state of the world right now? Oh my God.
Let's just talk about the political and economic state of the world.
That's what I'm saying, girl. That's what I'm saying.
He was onto something. He was
He was ahead of his
time. I'm saying, do you know how many times I reference that?
On the daily.
On the daily.
Well, we are coming up to 40 minutes, guys. Can you believe it? So I might ban the political talk and I might stop us there. But thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It was so lovely to meet
Thank
you
you so
guys.
much.
And for you guys at home, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us, Monash Max, on Instagram. We even have a LinkedIn now. So, yeah. So,
Go to LinkedIn. Come to
clock
our
in.
events.
Come
meet
to
us.
events. We have, well, by the time this is out, hopefully you came, but we have an event tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
night.
The welcome
Yeah,
event,
so
guys.
if you follow our Instagram, you can see what you missed out on.
Yo.
Anyway, bye.
Bye.